Small or large, the roofs of all the temples rise majestically from the lowest over the Ardha Mandapa, entrance port, to the tallest over the Sanctum Sanctorum. All the temples have rooms inside that are interconnected and located either in the east or west segment. The entrance to all temples is through the Ardha Mandapa, entrance porch that leads to the Mandapa, assembly hall. Then comes the Antarala, vestibule, that is the threshold to the Garbhagriha, the Sanctum Sanctorum. Here, the cult image is enshrined for worship. Depending upon the size, the temple may also have a Mahamandapa, principal assembly hall, and an inner ambulatory around the sanctum. Temples with inner ambulatory have balconied windows, possibly to provide a sense of space and light. A few of the large temples follow the Panchayatana layout with subsidiary shrines in the four corners. The Khajuraho chronology. There is no historical data available about the chronology of Khajuraho temples. Experts, however, have drawn up estimates using dating techniques with reference to the architecture and sculptures of the temples. Based on this data, the temples have been categorized into two groups. One group comprises the temples built earlier, partially with granite and partially with sandstone. These temples include Chausat Yogini Temple, Brahma Temple, Varaha Temple, The second group is comprised of temples built entirely with sandstone. The chronology of the second group begins with Lakshmana Temple, closely followed by Parshvanath Temple and the Vishwanath Temple. The sculptures of the three temples are resplendent with classical flavor. They showcase perfectly proportionate figures and admirable balance. The Chitragupt and Jagadambi temples show progressive honing of mastery and skills, as evidenced by their being the most artistic sculptures in Khajuraho. However, art, architecture and sculpture attained its zenith with the Kandariya Mahadev temple, the most evolved of all the Khajuraho temples. It comprises of 84 shikharas or spires. The main spire being 116 feet from ground level. The human figures have distinctive physiognomy and are noticeably slender and tall. The temple houses the largest variety of Apsara figures. However, the sculptural tradition is only maintained through the Vamana and Adinath temples. The Apsaras or nymphs here sport the most difficult of poses. It is in the sculptures of the Javari temple that the first signs of decline are noticeable. Bordering on decadence at the Chaturabhuja temple. The figures in these temples are nondescript, totally lacking in effervescence so evident in the former temples. The last in line is the Duladiyo temple. The eroticism and mysticism apparent in all the other temples is absolutely lost in this garish and lackluster edifice.